Captain, what's going to be going on this weekend as far as the AMVETS are concerned?
Well, we have their convention, which is opening formally this evening at 8:30 at the Van Orman Roberts, and then the National Commander's reception at 9 o'clock. We'd like for everyone to come out. Then tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock, we start with our formal convention business sessions, which will run Saturday and Sunday. The election of our state officers for the oncoming year.
Do you establish any policy for the AMVETS over this weekend or convention time?
You mean for the constitutional changes? Yes, and the policies are adopted for the present time and the upcoming year. We have several real good things that we're going into this year on our campus disorders and things, and we're real hopeful that things will go along real good.
All righty. Mr. Ferrino, the AMVETS and the veterans organizations have been vocal as far as our national war policy has been concerned over the years, and I'd like to get a few comments from you about President Nixon's recent announcement about a withdrawal of 25,000 troops from Vietnam. Does your organization have an official policy on this, and if not, how do you feel about it?
No, we do not at this point have an official policy. At our recent spring NEC meeting, a resolution was adopted relative to the Vietnam War. It was the policy that was established by the National Executive Committee was that we felt that the North Vietnamese and the Viet Cong were not actually bargaining in good faith at the Paris peace talks, and we felt that unless they showed a more concerted effort to establish peace in the area, that the Defense Department and the National Administration ought to have a team back to establish what the next move would be. Now, I believe that the President, in his pronouncement that was made at Midway, is probably gotten to the point where this will probably be the chance that the North Vietnamese have been looking for, where there's an actual deceleration of the war by withdrawal of troops. A number of proponents of the situation in Vietnam had indicated that they thought that there would be about 50,000 troops, and I believe that the position, my own personal opinion, it's not the official position of AMVETS, is that the President's statement that the withdrawal of these 25,000 troops was merely a deceleration as far as our forces, but they would be augmented by South Vietnamese regulars who would take the place of these troops. So that hopefully, I noticed on this afternoon's one of the news flashes that came over that the Laotian government had taken cognizance of the fact that there were 4 divisions of North Vietnamese regulars in Laos, and that they were considering them the aggressor, and that they were not going to request the bombing, the halting of American bombing on these troops.
Do you think the withdrawal of 25,000 troops, American troops at this time, even if they are replaced by South Vietnamese, can weaken our position over there militarily?
Well, I think that this is a military decision, and it probably was arrived at with the concurrence of the Joint Chiefs of Staff and then by presidential directive. And I, for one, do not believe that the President of the United States would jeopardize the lives and safety of the remaining troops by weakening our position there. I feel that he probably had the welfare of the troops in our position in mind when he made this pronouncement of the withdrawal of these troops. with the concurrence of the Joint Chiefs.
Okay, thank you very much.